Modern roads with lighting and road signs, bumpers and markings are familiar to most motorists around the world, and a couple of bumps or joints are already a cause for indignation among many drivers. But there are quite a few hard-to-reach places in the world where you can get on the only existing road and there is no other choice. Often these roads pass through mountain ranges or even through places flooded by the tides, and you need to drive along this road before high tide. In this video, let's look at the most unusual, picturesque, and dangerous roads in the world. Sichuan-Tibet Highway. There are many dangerous roads in China where driving is truly scary, but the Sichuan-Tibet Highway stands out even against their background. 7,500 deaths for every 100,000 drivers, such as the horrific annual statistics of the 2,140-kilometer road between Chengdu, Sichuan, and Tibetan Lhasa. The route, built from 1950 to 1954, has earned the reputation of being treacherous and extremely dangerous. It resembles a roller coaster and at the same time periodically gets hit by avalanches and rockfalls. Travelers sometimes feel attacks of mountain sickness. The road crosses 14 high mountains, the average height of which is 4,000 meters. During the rainy season, you can get stuck in the mud there for almost a week. Sudden landslides, snow avalanches, and changeable weather are also commonplace. You simply shouldn't meddle here out of curiosity. Karakoram Highway. The Karakoram Highway is the highest international highway in the world, running at a crazy 4,000 meters in the mountains between two countries, China and Pakistan. The highest point through which this track passes is 4,700 meters. At such a level the air is rarefied, it is difficult to breathe and dizzy. The construction of this road was carried out from 1966 to 1979 and cost about $3 billion. In addition to money, the construction of the road has claimed the lives of 900 workers for all the time. People died during avalanches, rockfalls, or because of falls. The route was opened to traffic in 1986. Its length is 1,300 kilometers, of which 806 kilometers are located within Pakistan, and the remaining 494 are laid through the territory of China. Here, wanderers run the risk of encountering landslides, avalanches, steep cliffs, strong winds, and other surprises that mountains can bring. There is not a single tree here, and rare bald spots of withered grass only set off the lifeless emptiness around. And in the middle of this kingdom of heights, ice and snow, a completely modern highway with a hard surface and road markings winds like a winding ribbon. Death Road. The path from the Bolivian capital of La Paz to Coroico is called simply and very clearly Death Road. Very dangerous 80 kilometers, rising to 4,650 meters above sea level, it is not by chance that they got their nickname. Until the mid-90s, 300 people a year died here every year. The road is flanked by picturesque cliffs on one side. On the other, a cliff of hundreds of meters. Plus, the problem will be a huge difference in heights, fogs and landslides. It is also worth adding that this road runs through 200 sharp turns without any fences. At every turn of the road, there are crosses in memory of the dead. Bolivians call these crosses road signs that warn of danger. In 1983, the most terrible incident happened. Residents of La Paz were in a hurry to return home after a long holiday weekend in warm Coroico. There were so many people who needed to get to La Paz that the driver boarded twice as many passengers as the bus can accommodate. At a narrow bend, the bus lurched and fell off a cliff. More than 100 people died on the death road that time. Skipper's Canyon Road, New Zealand. There are many amazing places in New Zealand, and this track is one of those scenic spots. The road is 26.5 kilometers long. Was built by miners 140 years ago. This road is so dangerous that you need a special permit to drive on it, so there are not many cars here. It is so narrow that it is almost impossible for two cars to pass. Someone will have to back up for a long time to find at least some expansion. Passage du Gois, France. This trail is only 4.3 kilometers long. Connects mainland France with the island of Noirmoutier. At first glance, this highway is no different from its own kind, but if you linger here a little, this road turns into a dangerous attraction. The fact is that twice a day the road goes completely underwater at high tide. And to use this route, you just need to know the time of the tides. But even when the track is available for movement, driving on it is extremely difficult. Wet road and algae make it very slippery. If you think that you will be able to slip through, then this is a delusion. The layer of water is usually from 1 to 4 meters. The road can be used for no more than 2 hours a day. Bournemouth Bay is interesting because two opposite currents meet in it. One from the north, the other from the south. For thousands of years, these currents collided in the bay. As a result, sandbars were formed. In ancient times, these shoals constantly moved around the bay. By the 18th century, the approximate direction of the future passage du Gois was formed. And at the end of the 19th century, the shallows stopped moving and a modern path appeared from the island to the mainland. Before that, people got to the island of Noirmoutier only by boat. In 1971, an ordinary bridge was built on the island of Noirmoutier. But despite the fact that it is now possible to get to the island without any risk, the extreme road is still popular and can only be used at low tide. The tides in this area can be very fast, so it's worth checking the schedule ahead of time so you don't get caught in a water trap. Previously, there were many tragic cases on this road with gaping travelers, so over time, rescue towers appeared here every 500 meters, on which people can wait out the tide, but a car stuck on the road cannot be saved. Thank you friends for watching to the end. Write which road from this video impressed you the most. Well, that's all for today. Thank you all for watching. If it was interesting, support the video with likes. Thank you for subscribing, and take a look at what else we have prepared for you.